Folks, at this neutral location, we have your guest has arrived. Mr. Dom Hils is here. Dom, please see yourself in.
Dom Hils, how's it going?
Nice to meet you.
So, thank you for having me today. How's Easter for you? How's the break?
It was good. Visited some family. Flew down to Mississippi to see my grandma.
Nice little feast.
Oh yeah.
I got to meet all the students on campus. It was amazing. I loved it.
Yeah, nice and quiet. For you?
Pretty relaxing.
Yeah, summer's coming up soon. You're looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Summer break.
Yes.
Again, all the students will be gone. Campus will be great. I look forward to it.
So you don't have any vacation plans or going anywhere?
Work. Hopefully, get North Park back on its feet. Kind of running down a little bit in business, but we're working on it.
Yeah, I'm personally going back to Europe over summer break. Going back to Germany, where I'm from. Have you ever been to Europe?
No.
You have?
Yes.
Where did you go?
Been to Germany?
You've been to Germany?
I have, yes.
Where did you go?
I went to, I got sent to Landstuhl and I ended up in the surrounding area outside of it, and then we went to, was it Castle Frankenstein?
Mm-hmm.
And then just was there for like 4 or 5 days as like a medical holdover, but I did get to go out and see it. I look forward to going back. It was fun.
So you liked it?
Yeah.
It's great to hear from you as a German. Yeah, if you ever have the chance, go to Europe. It's great. I mean, the best.
What part of Germany you're from?
I'm from Stuttgart, so southwest Germany.
Okay.
Don't know if you heard of that. It's 3 hours away from Munich, which is more famous.
Okay.
But both beautiful cities. You should definitely go there if you have the chance. What I like most about Europe is that we have a lot of history, because America isn't that old, but Europe is quite old. So you see it in the culture, also especially the buildings. For example, the Colosseum in Rome, or unfortunately the Notre Dame, which burned down last week. We have great buildings and great cities. Also, what I love about Europe, which comes into my product, which I'm trying to offer today, the food culture is huge. And also, since we have small ways from each country to the next, you basically have every fruit from every country in, for example, Germany or every other country, which is great. So the problem here in the US is that you barely have European food, especially here in Devonport. Like, not at all, basically. I know one German place in Moline, which is, to be honest, not actually German.
It's not.
It is horrible. So, to be honest, what we're trying to do is get the European food into America, especially into the Midwest, since you don't have it here at all. You have it more in New York at the coast to find some European food, but not here. We think Americans will love it, because why wouldn't they? I mean, everyone in Europe loves food. That's what we're trying to do as a company, to get Americans to try at least the food, which brings your facilities into play. Because as you can imagine, if we had a franchise like on Grady Street, just there like a McDonald's, it's most likely that people don't go there since they don't know it. But here, if you have a mall or university, they have to go there. So we're trying to aim for food courts in a university, mall, or companies, because people are more likely to go there and eat anyway, to taste it, to try it, and we are sure as soon as they do, they will love it. So let me explain what food we have. We basically start out with 3 dishes from different countries. We plan to do more as we grow, but for the first we need to do these 3, and it's also fast food. So first of all, we have cevapcici from Croatia, or actually Serbia, we don't really know. Some Yugoslavian country has invited it. It's made by ground pork and ground beef, basically, with some spicy, great seasoning. It's served with fries, as you can see on the picture. Exactly. Yeah. We plan to sell it for $7 here, which is alright compared to the price in Europe.
Is it kind of looks like almost like a sausage link almost?
Kind of, yeah, but made only by ground pork and ground beef. It's the seasoning makes it special, basically.
Okay.
And is that like a visual representation of like the actual serving size?
Yeah, that's about it.
It looks
It's
good.
pretty good for the
It's
price.
nice, yeah.
Nice looking.
So we go on. We have brats from Germany, where I'm from. I know you have them here. You can buy them at Walmart, but again, nothing close.
Yeah, there's no
Nothing
place to
close.
get a good brat.
It's made by pork. You basically serve it in some bread and then with some mustard on it. $4.
Have you, since you've been here, have you tried the goat cheese mustard?
I have.
What do you think? Does it pass the test?
It does. It does.
Yeah, that looks good.
Um,
$3.99.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah, and now we come to my personal favorite. It's kebab from Turkey. It's made by lamb, but you have basically in the bread you have the lamb meat and you have lettuce, tomatoes, onions, everything warm inside and sauces. Let me tell you this, you have this in every country, at every single corner in big cities. It's unreal. Personally, I can't imagine how you don't have that here because it's so famous.
So
and
it's
well
like a
known.
common street food almost.
It is,
Common
yeah,
stuff,
it
yeah.
is. It is the best. Like you can ask English guys, Portuguese, whatever, they all tell you kebab street is great food. For me personally, besides mom's food, that's my favorite. To be honest, if I go out, that's what I like most.
We should have had it for lunch. I'm hungry.
We started for $6. It's going to be the price.
Okay.
Which is also alright compared to the prices in Europe.
Are you planning on offering like variations of these kinds of things? So like with different ingredients? Or
Yeah, I'm sure. So for these products, it's hard to mix the ingredients up.
Right.
But like for the kebab, you can mix the meat. Some use chicken as well,
Mhm.
and you can decide yourself whatever you put in it.
Yes, and on some of the toppings and
Exactly.
Gotcha.
Yeah. These are our first 3 products.
Okay.
Mhm.
It's like fast to made, all of them, which is our big point for now.
Right.
We plan to extend maybe with some bigger dishes like Spanish paella or German schnitzel, if you ever heard of that. But for now, we start out with these. Do you have any questions at this point?
Let me ask you, how long would you say until if I were to sign off on this, how long would you say until we start getting the other foods incorporated into the menu? at my
Honestly, for the
malls?
mall, if it's going decent,
Mhm.
we can do it after a month.
After a
I
month.
mean, it's not hard for us. We just need to get the food, like the ingredients and everything. Some parts from here, some parts from Germany, like for the seasoning. But yeah, after a month, we can start bringing other dishes in.
How long would that take? If I needed to order, let's say I was running low on the kebab, how long would that order take for it to go from there and get the ingredients back in my kitchen?
Basically, the shipping would be 10 days, but
10 days.
you never have to worry about it because we'll have enough in stock here in America, so we take care of that, so we always can provide enough with
Yeah, so you like produce the food in Germany, or you produce it here, or a little both?
We produce it here. We just get the
The ingredients.
ingredients
Okay.
from other countries. Produce it here in your kitchen, in your food court then.
So, I
Go ahead.
have to interrupt. So, being one of the main people here at St. Ambrose and studied history and the migration and how we became America, and we are in the Midwest, do you believe that we have the market for this product and your foods here?
It's the biggest concern I have. Because I've seen, I know the people from here, and I've seen some of them go into Europe and don't like the food. But what I can tell you, 90% love it. So obviously we first need to try out. That's why we start with only 3 dishes. But we are pretty convinced that you will like it here as well. And especially for you at Ambrose, I've heard your cafeteria is not the best, so maybe we try to something
Well,
else.
we're trying to open a culinary branch so that maybe some of the students can actually learn to cook good food and we don't have to use contractors. My other question would be, what are we looking at as an initial buy into this program to get started to see how it goes? Like, are we looking at a 1 month to 3 month trial? Like, pay X and then we go from there, and then
Yeah.
if we like it, we invest more, or?
That's a good question. So we would start out for a 3 to 6 month range.
Okay.
Because for us, for 1 month, it doesn't make sense to start everything over here. So we would start out saying 6 months, and actually I have 2 options for you, which I want to give you. First of all, we rent your full facility, your full food court for the full price you have, and we negotiate. But then we keep 100% of our profits. Or if you trust us enough, we can negotiate a lower price for renting the facility, and you get a percentage of our profits as well. So that's up to you. If you have the trust in us and our food, you can go with the second option, or if you just say you want your money to get your food court, to rent out your food court to us.
Yeah,
So-
so first option is that we, or you rent from us and we don't see any profit from that. We just get
Exactly.
From your net. Okay.
Yeah. So that would be the option if you're basically not sure if we can make a lot of profit out of these products. So you have your money for yourself.
I don't know about their location, but with my location and the individuals that I have there, probably my next biggest concern is going to be food allergies. Is there going to be some options for that? Because I can't eat, I'm allergic to shellfish, I'm allergic to gluten, I'm allergic to oxygen, I'm allergic to everything else. I just want to make sure that there's something on the menu that I can offer all of my students. Kosher meals even.
Yeah.
Yeah. What I would be interested in is some kind of vegan option, because I know we have a large, at least a significant, group in our area that doesn't eat meat, or that can't eat meat because of certain things.
Yeah.
Because of different things.
Yeah, sure. I'm sure we can arrange that. I mean, for the first 2 products, you can have vegan food because it's basically. But for this one, actually, they provide vegan kebabs, which I personally never ate them, to be honest. But yeah, it's a good point. We can definitely arrange that. Any more questions?
For me, I'm hungry. I want to go get some kebabs now.
Right.
Brought it up.
Alright, so if you want to sign the sheet for me. No.
Do you have a pen? I'm going to sign on contingency,
Perfect.
if you're okay with that.
Fine.
I want this, but I need to know about some food allergy options. And
Yeah, that's
so
perfectly fine.
I'll just
If you have
so that
any
we're
more
clear.
questions, contact me or my assistant.
For sure.
We're happy
Okay.
to help.
Hey, thank you very much.
Thank you very
I look
much for
forward
your
to
time.
this.
These
Thank
are
you.
Thank you, Dom. Thank you, prospects. Michael, what are your thoughts about Dom's presentation?
Dom, that was great. The Connect was great. I thought it was really good. When you found out Jason was in Germany, it gained your interest. You built it in your chair, like really. Even though the other 2 haven't been in Germany, you told them the great spots to go. You gave a lot of information about Europe, things that they wouldn't know, and where to travel to. You informed them, you compared the U.S. to Germany, and you gave them something to laugh about. I saw a lot of laughter in here, which is really good. Your information and your needs identification was really good. You informed how they would love the food, how Americans would love the food, which is really good. I would say also the 2 options that you gave them, when to rent the place and then keep the 100% profit, and the other option, that was good. So you gave them, open for inside of that. Jason's question about the food allergy, like you said, you brought it back with your contacting more and stuff like that. So overall, it was really good.
Thank you.
Thank you, Michael. And Robert, thoughts?
I agree with that statement. It was a really good presentation. I think you did a really good job connecting with the audience. When you brought up going home, you and Jason immediately connected on the fact that he has been to Germany before, and you started talking to him about different things in European culture. You talked about the company's ambitions, and you went through all the different dishes, which was nice because they got to see exactly what it would be that you're selling. The identification, you identified the lack of European food most of the United States, which is a really good point because we don't really eat stuff like that around here. And I think it's good to introduce that culture into part of this country. And other than that, you identified the ability to add to the menu if the demand were to be high enough, and you provided multiple options for the buy. So I thought it was very well thought out, and you did a great job of answering questions and whatnot.
Thank you.
Thank you, Robert. Dom, I see that I messed up, man. I actually put you as a prospect for Miss Horton's presentation and not Mr. Jolly's. But you were too polite to let me know that I messed up. I messed up.
Honestly,
and you just
I couldn't remember.
You were very polite about it. You know, but that did not parlay to the actual presentation that you just put on. What you did, what I really enjoyed, I think, most about your presentation was that when our prospects showed that they clearly had some objections, your objection handling was like really, really good. Because you were able to show them that you were taking the question very seriously and you put a lot of thought in it, especially when Jason asked the question about what was the market really here for, for offering of your type. What you said was, that's the thing I'm most worried about. That was very candid. And I really appreciated that you were able to show him that, look, this is something I'm thinking about too. But, what?
Was it your question or his question?
This is his question. I was telling him something else, something about bro, did you watch Bachelorette?
No,
That's what you're talking about.
though,
That's what dudes talk about.
No, you brought up a very good point, and I had to think about that. The largest settling of Germanic people in the United States is the Midwest.
Yeah. Yeah, to tell you the truth, these are your folks living around the Midwest. It's just they've gone a long way away. They've assimilated so well. Huh?
I don't find any good term.
All you can find is Browders. That's all.
I looked up the place you were talking about. That place, I was showing it to Simon. That place has like a doggone 4.3 rating on Google. Which shows that they don't know. Huh? Yeah, that's Americans who are doing that.
Yeah, no, we're considered rude every place we go.
Oh,
Every country I've been to, they're like, y'all are rude.
You don't even have to open your mouth and they'll be like, you're an American.
Every time.
Also, one more thing. Dom, I really liked that you, what did I put here? Oh, the way that you came from, like the opening where you were talking about where you were from, and turned it into a discussion about the food that you were offering, like from Europe. That was flawless. I mean, like I know that there are two different sections: the opening versus the informed, the connect versus the informed. But you made it seem so smooth. It was like better than anyone I've seen do it so far. So well done there. All right, that's the job. Thank you. Ms. Horton and the people who are on there with Ms. Horton, you guys have a seat. Don't start without me, Ms. Horton. I'll be right there. I'll be right back.